Here's something most attorneys don't realize about AI search. They don't just guess which attorneys to list in AI search, they actually check your sources. So if you're listed in other places with positive reviews, with an editorial about yourself, if your website has a lot of great content, you'll be listed in AI search engines. But if you don't, you're basically handing your leads to your competitors who do. My name is Ashley DiPiano, and I'm the founder of Connected, an AI intake engine to help you convert more leads into sales while saving time. So today I'm going to show you how exactly attorneys make the cut for these AI search engines and how you can get in there as well. It's not as difficult as you think, but it does take a bit of work. And it's not just AI guessing who to reference there. Okay, let's hop over to Google first. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I just typed in this search, random area, personal injury lawyer, San Antonio, okay? And the way that Google search works is that the top spots are pay per call, not pay per click, pay per call, okay? And oftentimes these competitors, they do have a lot of reviews here, so they will show up on top. There are likely more people vying for these top spots, but for one reason or another, they're not in the top two. So it could be time of day, it could be that they're not bidding enough, it could be that their review count is not great, it could just be the area that we're searching from. So most of these lawyers will at least get some placement up in this top, what is it here, like 8. Really, you want to get placement in the top 2 though. So these are paid ads. So then this is a Google Ads sponsored results. So these are pay per click right here, okay? Not a ton of people are clicking on this, especially with the introduction of Google local service ads, because clients know that their service is guaranteed. So Google will refund them if something happens to go wrong, okay? Then we have our organic maps listings, which is the 3-pack or map pack. This one's a sponsored Google ad right here, but all listed here because of their SEO work that they've done on their website, most likely by adding blog posts or adding different content and getting more reviews, adding citations across the internet with their name and their address and their services, optimizing their Google business listing, adding services that they do, adding descriptions, adding pictures, and just being located in this particular area. So depending on where you're searching from, this may look a little bit different, but you're most likely to see the same top, like 6 of them all throughout the area, just because they have managed to outrank all of the other ones. So as you can see, there's a lot of sponsored ones actually. Like there are more organic searches, but a lot of these are probably not getting a ton of attention just because the ones at the top, they do have a ton of reviews and they are just going to be the ones that are taking in all of the calls. Okay, so let's go back. So this is how Google determines who's going to rank. Most of it is based on their own algorithm, and when you show up at top, you're on the top, right? AI search is very different. Okay, AI search takes your search question and does a little more in-depth research. So they check out all the websites on the internet and they determine which one is credible and which one's not. So I'm going to show you what I searched for in ChatGPT. And I searched for car accident attorney in San Antonio, said I want the best. Okay, so now it gave me a list of the top attorneys. Now you'll notice that some of these are the same from Google. So oftentimes the attorneys that are spending a lot of time and effort on their listings, on their websites, they have a lot of content out there. So AI search engines will say, yeah, this person, they have great reviews. They have a lot of them. They have a lot to go by. So they can scrape the internet and say, this is the one that I am recommending. Okay. Again, you'll notice that a lot of these are the same, but you'll notice that they're citing these sources from different parts of the internet. So for example, this one right here, they got this particular blurb from the NoHo Arts District website. So this is just a local website, and it is talking about the 9 best San Antonio car accident lawyers, right? Now, this website is most likely a credible local website, and it's talking about these particular lawyers. Now, if you get your name listed in here, this is going to help get yourself listed as the top attorneys here, okay? AVVO is another source that it looks at, superlawyers.com. So it's looking at all of these sources across the internet. It's not just looking at Google and Bing. It's looking at Yelp. It's looking at kind of random things that I've never even heard of before. This one's actually looking at the website itself. So it is looking at their website and saying this is a credible website. And it also, like Google, you have to do a little more research, right? So you're looking at these going, okay, which one would potentially be the best for me? There are a lot to choose from. Maybe you look through the reviews to see which one resonates with your needs or your personality. Whereas AI search is actually going to tell you a little bit about that company, and it actually will go into more details. So it says down below, like tips for choosing the best fit. So for example, I prefer more personal attention. So it's like, okay, choose a smaller firm like Hill Law or Thompson Law, and it's guiding my decision. Whereas when I look on Google, nothing is really guiding my decision. I'd have to comb through a lot of reviews to figure out which one I would want to go with. Whereas this one is really telling me, okay, like, oh, well, man, if I have a catastrophic as one of these recommended firms, how great would that be if you're one of the ones that is listed here? So you need to make sure that your information is correct all over the internet and that it is available on credible sources and that you're being pushed toward these search results. So AI results are actually curated toward the questions you're asking. So another thing that people might do is, let's say they write in here like, I really want to be able to get in touch with my lawyer when I need them. Who do you recommend? Now, this is an interesting search question, right? Because it's going to be a little bit different than Google. Google is just kind of giving you everybody, right? Now, this is going to comb through all of the content that these attorneys have, and they're going to find something that's related to this. So maybe you have an article on your website about how someone can get in touch with you when you need them at any time, day and night, okay? Ooh, okay, this is great. So it decided for us that Herman & Herman is generally praised for responsiveness and client communication. So it has read all of those reviews and kind of done that research for your clients already to say, hey, you don't have to read through 1,300 reviews. We'll do that for you. And we'll tell you that most of these reviews praise them for responsiveness and client communication. Same thing with this one. So it's got a strong reputation, lots of client reviews. You can see that again, supporting their communication and results. Okay. This one again, excellent local reviews. So if you think that reviews are not that important, then you're very wrong, because a lot of these searches right now, this particular search is based entirely on the reviews that you're getting. So if all of your reviews say something about great and quick communication, then that's what's going to pop up here. If all of your reviews say something about how, oh, it was really hard to get in touch with them, then none of that is you're not going to show up here, right? Or even worse, you don't have any reviews or enough reviews to even be listed here or considered, because you just don't have enough credibility. So if you don't have enough reviews, you will never get listed here, because the AI searches will say, well, we don't even know about this person and we would never recommend them to be a good communication firm because we don't know anything about that. No one has left a review about that, or there's just not enough. This person has 1,300 reviews that are praising them for great client communication. If you have 25, what's the likelihood that most of them are going to say anything about great communication? Not really. Now, this is another thing that is leading people into the direction of choosing these particular attorneys. Okay. So it's like, hey, I need to make sure that I'm reading these things and asking about this stuff. So this is another thing. This is going to determine who they choose based on what they're reading here. Okay, if let's say they contact your firm and it just takes them a really long to get back to you, ChatGPT is already telling this client that's probably not someone you want to go with because that's too long of a response time. So maybe you go for a boutique firm that is smaller and maybe you have better access to. So it's taking Google search and doing an even more in-depth search so you can make an even better decision. So you need to be listed in AI search engines. And the way you do that is to put as many citations and content out there and steer the search engines to pick you and choose you based on how you want to be represented. And the best way to do that is to get real client reviews that tell other clients how your firm operates. Okay, so if you want to hear more about AI content or AI search, please like and subscribe below. Okay, and I'll talk to you on the next one.